This was how my videos looked. One light, filmed in my apartment, nothing cool about it. And this is how my videos look now. When I posted the transformation on Twitter, so many of my friends and favorite creators showed support. I knew I'd struck gold with my setup. And to tell the truth, I've been looking to create a space like this that allows me to easily film whenever I want to for years. So today, let's talk about all the things that went into building my dream studio office. I've got Amazon links for almost everything in here. They're in the description below. This room I'm working with is 9 by 10, a small closet for storage is to my left, but not too much room to work with. Still, I knew I could make it happen. So let's start with my desk. A few years ago, I hopped on the standing desk bandwagon and bought this one from Amazon. I've had it for a minute. I don't see any issues with it. A little small, but so is this room. And first came the most important decision. Where should I place my desk? I had 3 important rules for this. The door can't be in the background. I don't like the way that looks. The desk needs to be in a corner of the room to create depth. And the window can't be in the background because it screws up the lighting. So there was only one spot to put it. This spot right here. But honestly, almost all of the magic that goes into looking professional on camera is in front of me. I've seen every single YouTube desk setup video probably that's ever been made on YouTube, and I came to the conclusion that the most important piece of gear is the monitor. So I found this 32-inch one from LG that is ergonomic in someone else's office tour video, and I decided that I had to have it. It's pretty big, almost too big for my desk, and the colors on the screen are almost exactly like a Mac screen. The most unique thing about it that I love is how it moves. Right now, it's on my left side as I record this video, leaving room for my camera straight ahead of me, but when I'm working, I just pull it to the center. Now, I might have lied. The monitor is obviously super important, especially for how the desk setup looks, but the single most important piece of technology in this entire room is the CalDigit TS3 Plus. This little guy allows a million different things to plug into my computer at one time. Right now, I've got my monitors, speakers, camera, microphone, hard drive, SD card, phone charger, all plugged into my computer at once. So if I've counted right, that's 7 outlets all in one, and it's crazy fast. There's no delays on anything, and this is the backbone of my entire setup. The next thing attached to my desk is my key light. For the longest time, I've had this set of Releno lights that come with stands and a case. They're my old reliable. I've got one of them sitting on this small rig desk mount stand, which just like my monitor, clamps into the back of my desk. On top of this panel light, I found this defuse combo softbox that I cover the light with, giving me that YouTube look, the soft shadows on my face that I've always been searching for. But to see what all of this looks like, let's get into the video and audio gear. I still have the first camera I bought back in 2020 when that pandemic money hit, the Sony a6400. Ever since the day I bought it, I've been contemplating leveling up, but I really don't need to. This thing shoots at 4K 24 frames per second, which is all I need, all you need, all anyone needs. When I set this all up, I ran into a problem. All of the lenses I had were too close of a shot, with none of them having a shallow depth of field. In noob terms, nothing in my bag got me that blurry background look. So I opted for the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, which is cheaper than almost every other Sony lens that's out right now and still gives me this exact look that I was going for. The last addition to this setup, actually the last thing I bought for this entire room, is this Elgato prompter that I'm reading off of right now. I'll be honest, I had no plans of using a prompter, but I was recording an episode of Buzzer Beater and realized that I had to look at the camera for the video's sake, but my guest is over here at my monitor the entire time. And as soon as I plugged in and set up this monitor, I realized that I could just plug my scripts in, which is what the prompter is actually supposed to be used for in the first place. And having this has made me so much better at being on camera. I'm way more confident. I have less freakouts. I can just read and go. Let's talk audio. Hopefully you've heard this 1,000 times by now. I'm sure every YouTuber who's ever made a video about their setup has said this, but in case you haven't heard it, humans cannot stand poor audio. It is the fastest way to get someone to click off of your video. Luckily, I've always had this Shure MV7, but if I were to recommend a microphone to somebody, it'd be the Shure MV7 Plus. The audio is impeccable. You need to do hardly anything to it in post. There's a reason every clip you see of a big podcast, they're probably using this microphone. And as an added bonus, their customer support, should you ever need it, is literally the best service I have ever received for any product or service with anything in this creator world. I found this boom arm on Amazon that happens to cover up the cords. It connects to this left side of my desk, and I can just pull this in and out of the way in case I need to. When I finished everything on my desk, my setup looked like this. Let's talk lighting. I've got my main key light and I've got a window over here in case I ever want to record during the daytime, but I've got 3 more lights that take this setup to the next level. Here's what I look like with no lights. Just the key light and lamp, key light, lamp, and hair light, key light, lamp, hair light, and an RGB light in the background. You can see how each of these helps with the look. This lamp behind me is the Ranarp black floor lamp from IKEA. I love the look of having practical lights in the background of talking head videos, and this was a non-negotiable for me. The hair light back here is the other LED panel light from Amazon, the same one that is on my desk. This one just isn't covered up with a softbox because why would I need it? It's set just outside the frame and pointed directly at the back of my head and shoulder, which gives me just a little bit of extra separation from the background. This RGB light is called a Falcon Eyes F7, which can be every single color ever invented. It's an RGB light. I have it on a goldish color to match this other light back here and balance out the shot. Now, lighting is incredibly important. I know the lighting setup I have isn't perfect, and there's probably some set design experts out there who will tell me what I could be doing better, but I think what I've done with these lights is damn good. Now let's fill in the rest of the background. I know the true interior designer heads out there would hate this decision, but each of these shelves are from the same IKEA set. I've got the wide one over here. I've got a tall shelf unit over here. I've got another end stand that you can't see to my right for some extra storage, all from the Fajalbo set with walnut tops and black framing. This tree behind me, I wish I could tell you where we found it. My mom got it at an estate sale. Some other small things, I've got this black Apple Magic mouse that just goes with the look. I didn't see a need to spend $180 on a black keyboard, so I went with this one that I found on Amazon that's like the space gray. I've got this LaCie rugged mini 2 terabyte external hard drive for extra storage. I've got 2 sets of speakers in here, the Edifier MR4 that sit behind my desk, and a much cheaper cyan bookshelf speakers for my record player that are hidden. You can't see them right now. Lastly, I've got this stand that holds my laptop closed so I can dock it with the TS3 Plus and it's out of the way. Lastly, this office wouldn't feel like home if I didn't surround it with things that are important to me. To my left, I have a concert poster from the Lil Yachty concert in Detroit that happened to be dated to my birthday, the Detroit Red Wings bobblehead of Nick Lidstrom, this hat from Creative Department, which I saw on Twitter and just loved, my championship ring from college basketball, a Kobe Bryant rookie card my brother got me for Christmas when I was very young, hats of 2 former clients of mine, Enjoy Basketball and Rally, graded Kevin Durant and Cade Cunningham rookie cards, the album Louie by Kenny Beats, and most of the books that I own. Behind my right shoulder, I have this piece of art that hung up at my previous apartment's community room, posters for NBA Street and White Man Can't Jump. As a sidebar, I don't think I've ever been complimented more on anything in my entire life than this NBA Street poster right here. My comments on everything, my DMs, my texts, it's the #1 thing that I feel like I made a good decision on. As you can see, I've got the record player and the vinyls that I own, a Detroit Lions hat because of course, and 3 other camera lenses that I've picked up along the way. With all of this, I've created a place that feels like me, and it allows me to feel comfortable and confident on camera. But I want to make a few things clear because there's a whole niche on YouTube of people showing off their desk and office and studio setups. You do not need any of this to create awesome content. You simply just need yourself, a camera, a decent microphone, and incredible ideas. Buying all this stuff isn't a magic potion to get better at making videos. I found this out firsthand. I thought the confidence to be an incredible speaker would just appear as soon as I sat down to record in this awesome office. It wasn't true. It didn't happen. I still need to script my videos to the best of my ability. I still need to edit my videos so they are easy to watch. If you want to build your dream office studio, make sure you're building yours. Get the furniture, the gear, the decorations that you want, the stuff that reflects you, not just what me or anyone else is doing with their office. And optimize for practicality. Make it easy for yourself to get the camera running and in focus, lights on, audio ready in just a minute or 2. You want to create a studio that has almost 0 barriers to recording, because if you're like me, your mind is going to create barriers for yourself to record anyway. So that's it. This is my office. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that you saw, any of the gear, anything else. As always, thanks for being here. Peace.